All right. Welcome in, everyone. It's Phil Nagy, it's Kit Nagy, it's Nagy on Sports, and it is Browns time. Here, already into week 4 of our 2023 season, and Deshaun is headed back to Houston once again. We know it didn't go exactly the way that he wanted it to last time that he was there. At least in terms of his performance. They did win that game, but it was ugly, if I recall correctly. But they're back now. It's a new season, 2023, and waiting for us on the other side here on this Thursday night primetime game is C.J. Stroud, Ohio State's own. There he is right there in your screen. He'll be wearing number 1, and he will be captaining the ship here again. Joined tonight by the venerable Kit Nagy on color commentary. Kit, how are we doing tonight?
Doing great. Excited to be here as always, and certainly a matchup that brings a lot of intrigue here as C.J. Stroud already an 81 overall in this game in rating, so certainly we know what he can do having watched him at the Ohio State, and he is all geared up here to take on Deshaun Watson and the Browns, so an exciting one on the books here today down in Texas.
Sure it is. Let's get it on. Welcome in, Mitchell. Hope you're doing well, my friend. York will boot this one away as the Browns are going to go with the... Hey, Diablo. Welcome on, brother. There he is, C.J. Stroud, the young rookie, number 1 overall. Remember, they traded up to number 1 to get him per your vote on our Discord channel. The Bears got the 2 Texan number 1 picks. There's what he's done so far in this sim season. They are 2-1 to start the season. Browns are 1-2, so
yeah,
big game here.
Yeah, big game indeed, and Browns certainly looking for that kind of signature win. They've desperately needed to find a way, especially after that last effort. They came out really ragged against the Steelers, so time for them to try to settle in and play some good football.
Sure did. We'll see if they can get that going. Hit by Daron Payne as he dumps it off to Pierce, and he'll be tackled right at the line of scrimmage by Grant Delpit, technically gaining a yard. And of course, we heard the news today Payne is going to get franchised, so our first make-believe moment of the sim season as Stroud unloads a deep ball to the right side, and one hand taps it away from Ward, that deep one-on-one coverage with Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, excellent tracking of the ball from Denzel Ward, able to get his hand in, just interrupt it.
And on a 3rd and 9, Stroud throws a strike to Cooks as well. That's going to be just enough for the first down as he shifted inside, and Greg Newsome tried to go with him. That was a rocket from CJ.
Yeah, it was a rocket, well thrown, and good body position there from Cooks to make himself available to his quarterback, and just enough to pick up a first down.
Ace formation here. A little bit of motion. Here comes the split zone concept. It works just a little bit. He spins out of it. Pierce to the 45, and Thornhill makes a nice tackle as well. Of course, Thornhill maybe officially on the radar now with the Browns officially cutting ties with JJ3. We traded him in the sim, but they're going to cut him in real life, which again is a surprise to no one who's been paying attention.
That's right. And certainly they're going to take a look at that one back on the old Microsoft Surface, and coach is going to say, we got to clean up our technique, can't have those missed tackles. And the pursuit was there, but just some fundamentals lacking there, so going to have to go back to the drawing board and wrap them up, fellas.
Yep. Quick little dump off does get the first down. Here's Cooks again. Whoop, little move. He actually only juked himself to the ground. Ward missed the tackle, but he sort of slipped on that juke, and that's already 2 catches for 19 yards for Brandon Cooks. Here comes Damian Pierce now up the middle, 40 to the 35. He's got another first down, and that's where the Browns will tackle him after a gain of 9. Efficient opening drive here for the Texans.
Yeah, very efficient. Kind of a 2-headed monster here between Cooks and Pierce, really getting some damage done here for Houston. And Browns defense kind of needs to come up with an answer here, as obviously they're already in field goal range, but certainly looking to try to limit the damage to just that.
Indeed, there's a little pistol look with a bunch to the right side, and they'll give it up the middle again. Pierce will try the right side, and this time the Browns are ready for him. Miles had done a nice job of clogging up the middle on that particular play. Shotgun snap again, the rookie, C.J. Stroud, number 1 overall pick. That's Rashad Penny coming over in free agency, and now it's a 3rd and 8. Browns need to try to get off the field.
Yeah, to your point about JJ3, I think honestly they just had as a nice throw there, a little bit high, but able to come down with it. The biggest thing is they just had too much overlap in responsibilities in that safety room. Delpit and JJ3 really had some of the same strengths in terms of what they can do and provide to a team. So you obviously don't want to have either one of those guys not be a starter. So it kind of felt like you had to have both of them on the field, but that kind of limited your versatility a bit back there, which is really what you're looking to do as strengths of Delpit are relatively similar to the strengths of JJ3, and that's why you didn't see as much production out of JJ3 as you might have otherwise.
Indeed. All right, so 3-0 will be the score when Watson comes out on the field. Fairbairn able to drill it through.
No, it really didn't, Diablo. You're right, that three safety look. And I think the biggest reason for that being just kind of the fall off of Ronnie Harrison didn't really fit what they were looking for with that three safety look. They might have been able to get away with that if Ronnie Harrison were a true free safety, unable to just float back there, and then you could have had Delpit and JJ3 more playing up at the line a little bit more, the crash box safety with some capability of range. They might have been a little bit more effective, but that three safety look really didn't ever come to fruition for the Browns.
2nd and 4, Watson back to pass. He'll throw it short. Caught. Oh, nice broke a tackle. 40 to the 45 to the 50. That's the rookie Ty-J Spears out of Tulane.
Yeah.
He's going to pick up 21 on the run after the catch.
Yeah, really physical effort there from the young rookie as he was just shaking a would-be tackler. That's Jesse Bates who was shook off there and going for some additional yardage is always a good deal. I'm sure he'll enjoy watching that one on tape coming after this game.
He sure will. Welcome in, Rick. Welcome in, George. Back to pass now, Watson. Step back in the pocket. Now dump it left side to Chubb. He'll get shoved out of bounds at about the 46. No gain, but no loss either, which is already an improvement. I took every single screen pass out of the playbook. Every single one.
Thankfully.
We won't see it ever again. Here's a nice run for Chubb on a 2nd and 10. He'll pick up 9. Just followed those big offensive linemen. That hole just kept being big, never really closed down on him.
And good riddance. I mean, I know Dinah loves the screen, but unfortunately they were more of a detriment than they were beneficial to our game plan, especially because Madden's screen game is so abysmal.
Sure is. 3rd and 1 to the right side, and that's a first down. And that is David Njoku on the catch. He'll pick up just 6, but they got it. The chains moving now nicely for the Browns, definitely looking more in rhythm and offense. Never could get in rhythm in that Steeler game. It was just wild.
No, it certainly couldn't. This is already looking far better.
Watson, he'll step up into the pocket. Now he'll step right into the rushing Jonathan Grenard, and that will be a sack credited to Jack Conklin.
Yeah, just as we were
Watson's
saying.
got to get around him.
Just as we were saying good things about this offense, we go and do one of those. Which just, again, that's on the quarterback. He's got to find a way to step up in the pocket, not walk into the pressure.
Nice throw out of the pistol from Watson, and he'll drill it for 13 to DPJ. And that's going to set up a very manageable 3rd and 5 here for the Browns. From the Texans' 26-yard line, back to pass against a 4-man rush. Now he'll step up, and now he'll throw a short to the rookie Quentin Johnston, and that's a first down to the 14-yard line. Browns convert and are now into the red zone.
Yeah, very nicely done there, getting the rookies active early in this one, as the Browns have been very efficient on this drive and really spreading the ball around and getting the job done.
Still can't believe Johnston fell to us at 42. That is bonkers. As they'll stretch it right side to Felton, and he'll pick up a couple. 2nd and 8. Old Brown Christian Kirksey on the tackle, and then we're going to get a false start. Looked like either Posick and or Batonio got a little bit of a head start. 2nd and 13 now. Browns just self-inflicting in the red zone so far to begin this sim season. Watson is back to pass, backside pressure, right side throw, and it's a drop. That's the rookie Johnston. It looks like he just didn't quite come back and attack the ball, and maybe he got swatted out from behind. 3rd and 13 now. Watson. He'll fire again over the middle. He's got some work to do. Johnston past the 10, but that's all he'll get. Is to the 7 on a 4th and 3, and there's Jesse Bates right there on the tackle, as the Texans were certainly not afraid to spend some money this offseason.
Yeah, certainly weren't. An interesting choice coming up here. You know, the real Browns probably go for this, but of course you have to imagine Madden Browns are going to elect to just take the points to tie the ball game, but this feels like a very much a Stefanski goes for it moment.
I agree, but a little confidence for Digital Cade York is never a bad thing.
Indeed.
Appreciate everybody being on. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, Nagy on Sports. Thanks for being available with us here on this late night sim here on the East Coast. Hey, Mike, welcome in. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I don't know, Diablo. We watched so many years of simmed Baker Mayfield. It is hard to get that burned back out of our retinas. All right, 4:05. He'll give it to. He'll keep it. Stroud. He'll keep it with his legs past the 30, and he'll go down on a heap of Browns jerseys after an 8-yard keeper from C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, looking at quite the big body back there running the ball.
He'll throw left side. It's a wheel route to an open receiver. Left side is Cooks. It looked like he lined up in the backfield, kind of in that Debo package.
Yep.
And he throws a nice wheel route to Cooks. He catches the Browns napping all the way to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, Taki was supposed to pick him up out of the backfield, but got kind of caught flat-footed on this one in pursuit. As you see him just in the trail position there, Cooks had all day. That's the matchup they're looking for, and they got it in a nice ball from Stroud to just put it in stride and take advantage of the linebacker on Cooks.
Well schemed for sure. Here's Pierce up the middle, and he'll get just a couple before getting knocked to the ground. Strong ammo formation. Gabe Neighbors, the fullback, lining up in front. Here's Miles. Whoop! He'll kind of brushed off Pierce, who gets up the first down, and then gets shoved to the ground by JOK. But Pierce now quickly 31 yards of rushing in this opening frame. So back and forth the offenses go. Let's see if the Browns can stall them out once again near the red zone. Here's Cooks again, lining up as a running back. So they're running that Debo package. D'Amico Ryans, of course, coming over from the 49ers. So maybe he brings a little bit of that Shanahan-ness with him. I haven't seen who their offensive coordinator is going to be yet. Stroud again completes it over the middle, and that's a first down to Sterling Shepard, another free agent wide receiver. First and goal now. Miles coming, and Miles will baptize the rookie and get him onto the ground. Myles Garrett sacking Stroud back to the 20.
Yeah, critical sack there is a second and goal now from the 20. Is a much more difficult proposition here for the young rookie.
Sure does. Now just 14 seconds left here in this fast-moving first quarter with both offenses being efficient. Pierce will get thrown to the ground there. That's Okoronkwo, who's into the game now at defensive end. And that's the end of the first. 3-3 here. Back and forth affair. Both teams with just one long drive of scoring. And now the second drive for the Texans has them at the 17, but it is a 3rd and goal all the way back at the 17.
Yeah, Rick, that would not surprise me to see a free agency push on that D-line somewhere. At least one name I would expect probably likely as another sack coming in here.
Yeah, right on cue, Javon Hargrave. We picked him up.
Speaking of, there he is.
You mentioned his name and he popped right up.
Yep. But Hargrave or some of the others you mentioned, there are some names out there. Davenport, perhaps, or Okoronkwo. There's some guys out there that they can go try to pick up in free agency, and I do expect the Browns to try to focus the D-line in free agency because I think that is an area that they not only does Schwartz want to emphasize that's a big part of what he does on defense is emphasize the D-line play, but also because I think they recognize that that's a need.
This one, so the Browns doing a nice job getting some back-to-back red zone sacks to push them well away from the end zone and force them to kick another one. Let's see if we can put one in the end zone as this one's going to boink off the crossbar. Pick it up, Arena League style. Out onto the field here now. Good opening drive for the Browns, just kind of stalled out early in the end zone. Let's see if they can punch one in here. He's back to pass with both Chubb and Felton in the game. He'll throw it to Felton out of the right side. Excuse me, that's the Chief over there for a gain of 7. 7 of 8 now to start it for Watson in the game. Good efficiency from him. Whoop, direct snap. Kind of looked like a weirdly broken play, and we're going to get holding to boot.
Yeah, it was odd. I'm not sure what was going on there. I don't think it was a designed QB draw, although it kind of ended up playing out that way, like they had called the old QB draw. But I guess if you've got anybody back there that can handle it, Deshaun Watson is certainly one of those kind of players that can make something happen out of that.
Really can. How about Chubb for 11 on that inside zone to the left side? Nice run for him, and now it's a very manageable 3rd and 2 here. Browns need a conversion. Turn around, Chubb again up the middle into a bevy of Navy jerseys, and he's got the first down. Give him 5, and he's got 31 yards on 4 carries. So sort of seeing Pierce and raising him on that average just a little bit.
Yeah, certainly, but it makes you want to go back to the Chubb well just a little more often and feel like you get a lot more out of that.
Here he is, stretching to the right side. He'll shove one man out of the way. Oh, I thought he was going to maybe wiggle through there.
I thought so too.
He'll just pick up the 2. Shotgun now. New running back into the game is Felton. He'll take the inside zone left side, and he'll run into the linebacker Reeves. 3rd and 5 now for the Browns.
Yep, under 6 is where they want to be. That's where the Browns offense is best on 3rd down.
Sure is. Here's an out route and a nice conversion. Look at Cooper making sure he gets both feet in bounds. Very, very nice catch there. And yeah, that's an easy first down. No other way to say it. Stefanski is excited. This is a Thursday night game, so we have the old short week thing as well. This formation we've seen a lot now. This is Spears, the rookie. He'll try to go nowhere, actually. He'll lose 2. But I like that formation with a couple of running backs back there. Just mix it up, keep changing it up.
Yeah.
Try to find matchups.
Absolutely.
2nd and 12 here. 10:30 first half remaining. 3-step drop for Watson. Now he'll throw right side. Caught his man. And that's going to be Cooper, but it's a very, very short gain. Now it's the 3rd and 9. Watson in a shotgun. Chubb on his right hip. Back to pass against the 4-man rush. Zip it across the middle. He's got the rookie Johnson for the first down and just a little more. Kind of a late breaking dig. And Johnston's got the first down for the Browns. Already his 3rd catch of the first half.
Yeah, they've been working him a lot underneath the coverage here, and the Texans are really just allowing it as he, is able to pick up the first down here on that one. But Texans kind of in a bit of a soft zone often, and underneath in particular has been open. And
sure has.
And Q has been taking advantage of it. It's a big hole up the middle for Nick Chubb on that carry.
Yes, let's go. 14 up the middle for Chubb. He's up to 47 now on his 6 carries of the game. That play's working.
Yeah, I agree. Ford is probably running back number 2 this season, unless they pick up a rookie. But more likely, I think Ford is probably the guy.
Here comes Chubb again to the right side. He'll throw one man to the ground before needing 2 defensive linemen to throw him backwards. But 4 yards was achieved. 2nd and 6.
I also think that because if you listen to AB's conference and him talking specifically about Ford and some of what he can do in the passing game and what that allows them to do in their offense, I think they're very excited about what he can be as running back number 2.
They'll go empty, and it bites them because Watson cannot hold it that long. And once again, they're going to take a critical, I don't think they were in the red zone quite yet, but just about to be in the red zone sack, as getting pressure from both Jerry Hughes and Jonathan Grenard ends up in leading to a Browns field goal attempt. So that's 2 drives where it looked pretty darn good between the 20s, actually for both teams.
Mm-hmm.
York's kick is up, and York's kick is good. 6-6 here.
Yeah, barely snuck that one in over the crossbar, but good is good. But that was not his best or finest kick from there, that's for sure. He did not have a lot of power behind it.
All right, shotgun for the rookie, C.J. Stroud. He'll fire a dart over the middle. Good tackle in space now by J.O.K. after an 8-yard gain. But Stroud's looked sharp, 8 of 9, 75 yards, and that arm does look live.
Yeah, it certainly is live, and he's just taking advantage of what this defense has given him, and then well balanced between that and the rushing attack, as Pierce has found some room to work with as well, and this offense continues to click.
He has. Here he comes over the middle, and that's going to be Cooks again, lined up as a receiver. And are they going to give him the spot? I guess they are.
They did. I thought they had him short, but a very generous spot, as that was right near the line to gain, and I thought he was short, but apparently the refs did not agree.
Isaiah Foskey, the rookie out of Notre Dame, the one to bring him to the ground. We drafted him in the 3rd round. Here's another receiver going like a little bit of an option look over the middle, and that's Juju Smith-Schuster, and he'll actually lose a yard. Welcome in, Jonathan. Back to pass. Now he'll fire right side, and stepping out of bounds is the tight end. That's Jaleel Billingsley. Started at Alabama, transferred to Texas. Stroud shuffling. Now he'll step up and throw on the run, and tipped away and almost intercepted by a trailing Grant Delpit from C.J. Stroud. And the Browns forced their first punt of the game.
Yeah, absolutely, Diablo. That's exactly what we're hoping for as well from Schwartz's defense here in Cleveland. And if all of the rest of the teams he's been involved with are any indicator, that's exactly what we should expect to see, is a nasty, hard-nosed, just technique-driven, fundamentally sound defense that's going to get after the quarterback.
We sure hope so. Chubb's going to run right into the back of Jack Conklin, and that doesn't do anything. In fact, he'll lose a yard. For Christian Harris, former Alabama Crimson Tide outside linebacker, brings him to the ground. D'Amico Ryans enjoys it over there on the sideline. 2nd and 11 now for the Browns. Back to pass now, Spears and Chubb. He'll go to Spears again. That play that we saw earlier in the day. This time he won't bully his way for a big broken tackle, but it does set up the 3rd and 3 that we covet.
Yep, continuing to work with rookie receivers underneath the coverage seems to have been a big part of the answer here in this one for the offense on the Brown side.
Watson now, he'll step up and take off and run for a first down. Deshaun to the 35. Give him the 36, a 9-yard scamper for DW4.
Yeah, finally climb in the pocket, just like we've been looking for and calling for. Finally elects to work his way up in the pocket, finds a gap, and then takes off, which is the correct answer there, and does pick up a first down with his legs. Nicely done.
2.5 year. Looks like some sort of cutback that should have happened but didn't. Chubb gets a yard, and we're already to the 2-minute warning. Hey, Fellegren, welcome in. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, Nagy on Sports joining you here. It's our Week 4 sim, our 2023 sim. We simulated the offseason with free agent packages as voted on by you, the fans, and as well as the draft. And watch out, Conklin whiffs, and Watson's just going to get buried by Grenard, who already has 2.5 sacks in the game.
Yeah, it was ugly, as Conklin just got absolutely beat out on the outside, and Watson got buried, didn't see him coming.
Browns doing a lot of clock run now, going to wait till the very end to snap this thing. They're going to give it to Chubb, and Chubb won't get much past the line of scrimmage, and then the Texans will call timeouts. The Browns kind of conceding.
Yeah, Browns playing for halftime.
Yeah.
Which I am not a fan of.
6-6, and it's the first time we're seeing Bajorquez. So both teams score opening field goals, and then on their third drives have to punt. We're seriously looking at 3 drives per half right now, which seems crazy.
That is wild.
Ryan's instructing CJ one more time. 1 minute, 8 seconds. They've got 2 timeouts left, certainly positioning themselves to go for it. Browns, on the other hand, and a nickel with those 2 A-gap linebackers. Keep an eye if anybody blitzes or not. And they'll both drop out of it. Stroud, a little pump fake. He'll fire over the middle, short throw, and then taken to the ground quickly as Cooks, as he's now 10 for 12. Jonathan, most importantly, they drafted C.J. Stroud, number 1. That's their biggest pick.
Yep. That they got Jesse Bates in free agency.
Yep.
Oh, that should have been 6.
Yep. We've had a couple of those misses here in the last couple games.
Uh-huh.
They got Lucas Van Ness from Iowa. They're going to run it, concede now, and the Browns, I'm assuming, will call timeout, and they will. So 17 seconds here. They got Jarrett Patterson, their right guard from Notre Dame. Carlton Martial, linebacker. I'm trying to remember any other names. I just cycled through their roster before, but Stroud's the big one, and they had to give up both of their number ones to go up to number one to get him from the Bears. Even from 2 to 1, yes. So they traded 2 and 13 or whatever, the one that they got from Browns to get him. All right, 9 seconds here. Unless Chubby's going to bust one. And in fact, it's not Chubb, it's Jerome Ford, and he's not going to bust one. So that's how we're going to get ourselves to halftime. That may have been the fastest first half in the history of Nagy on Sports. That thing flew by.
Yes, it did.
6-6 is the damage here. And both teams, again, with just 3 long drives. The first 2 ending in field goals, and then the third one ending in a punt. And there again, you can see the quick schedule coming up because this is the Thursday night game in the season. So none of those other games have happened. We can't see how Chicago versus Chicago is going.
Well, I'll tell you, it's been a lot of efficient football on both sides, but no real big fireworks for either team. And you feel like whoever is able to provide that spark might run away with this ball game. We'll see.
No, not a lot of yards for sure, Pellegrin. Here comes Chubb up the middle. He'll try the left side. There's just not a lot there. Maybe 1 yard. He's got 11 carries for 54 yards. Efficient. But again, yeah, just having a hard time punching it into the end zone. Back to pass. He'll throw a wheel route left side, and it's dropped by Amari Cooper.
He's been a bit off
3rd and 9
in the last few games. I don't know what his deal is, but he's been a bit off.
Watson steps up, fires. Chubb right at the line, and will they give him the spot? Come on, give him the spot. They do. First down, Browns. Chubb's been a nice weapon out of the backfield catching the ball so far in these 3.5 sim games.
So, Diablo, that's going to depend on whether or not the Bears actually do elect to trade away the number 1 pick. If they hold on to it, it will not be a quarterback.
Business.
But if they trade it, I expect it to be a quarterback, either Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud, depending on the team that trades for that position and how they evaluate the two. It could be either one.
Unless something silly happens like Trey Lance style and somebody talks himself into Anthony Richardson's skill set. 3rd and 9. Once again, Browns are going to need a big conversion. Watson throws out of a sack and into the hands of Kirko. And Kirksey returns it inside the 40 to the 35-yard line. First down, and our first real momentum shift of the game. Is Watson throwing that stupid ball out of a sack. I don't even know who I guess Cooper is kind of there behind him.
Yeah, he's just well underthrown because he was being hit in the process of the throw. Nice athletic play from Kirksey to make that happen. Christian Kirksey with a nice pick, but certainly not a throw you want to release there while you're being sacked, because that can happen.
Very quick slant from CJ to Brandon Cooks. He seems very comfortable with Brandon Cooks here early in his career.
He sure does.
Back to pass out of that formation where Cooks lines up as a running back, but they'll throw to the dragging tight end, and that's Jaleel Billingsley. There's another rookie that they got, Jaleel Billingsley, tight end out of Texas, who started his career at Alabama. Here's an I formation. They'll go play action out of it. Back to pass, Stroud finds a wide open Cooks, dragging across the middle, and the first down inside the red zone out of the 15. And that puts Stroud over 100 for the game. Already 74 of those 105 to Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, credit C.J. Stroud with really just taking advantage of what's in front of him. He's finding the open man, taking what the defense allows. And not a lot of splash plays here, but certainly getting the job done and keeping those sticks moving.
Pressure coming. Ball's out. Come on, pick it up. And it's going to be picked up by Hargrave. Can he go the distance, or is he going to get nerfed? He's going to go to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown! Javon Hargrave!
Wow.
Bumbling, and stumbling, and he didn't get nerfed. What a play.
I was surprised. He kept it up the whole way. You thought he was going to get caught there a couple times, but he never really did that Madden D lineman slow down and instead just takes it the whole way. Really nice play there, and that one is the spark after, in response to Kirko's interception, ends up with nothing for Houston, and a big scoop and score the other way absolutely changes the complexion of this ball game.
Yeah, needed to have it. That's what we kept calling for in that Steeler game. It's like, let's get a turnover, because we know how quickly that it can motivate both sides of the ball. So how about a strip sack from Miles, his second of the game, and then again Javon Hargrave, the scoop and score, was not able to be chased back down by Sterling Shepard. And now 13-6 all of a sudden, and that thing came way deep in the red zone. So
it sure did. Get that man some oxygen.
Yes, and for sure, and a huge play for the Browns. Looks like Thule and Jordan Elliott are going to start on this drive as they'll go quickly across the middle. That's John Mechie, of course, had to miss this his rookie year with a weird blood cancer, but I think he's treated and is on the road to recovery and playing football again.
That's what I understand as well, which good for him.
Myles Garrett in the zone, as you might imagine. Looks like a couple of the starters back in now. And a little option keeper / hand it off to the running back, which is actually a receiver, and Smith-Schuster's going to lose yards. I wonder if because he was I'm asking myself this rhetorical question. I think I must have given him the 49ers playbook if he came from San Francisco, D'Amico Ryans. So there was like, these look like a Kyle Shanahan playbook with all these handoffs to receivers. Second and 12 now. Myles quickly again around the right side, and he's got his hat trick. Myles Garrett, another sack. That's 3 on the day, as Titus Howard, the right tackle, is struggling.
Yes, he is. And Myles really dangerous around that perimeter. You see a great example of his bend as he just gets around so quickly, and C.J. Stroud had nowhere to go as he was not able to get the ball out quickly, and that was the only way to beat that fast of a rush.
All right, a 3rd and long. Let's see if the Browns can continue to capitalize off their created momentum. And again, it was when they needed to play. 95 gave it to them. As he is off to do now. Stroud out of a shotgun, trips to the right side. Pressure coming again from Myles. Watch out! Hit as he throws. It's wobbly. It's tipped and then almost picked a second time.
So many would
in the backfield right now.
Yeah, that's right. So many would-be picks are just finding their way to the turf as Ward had a chance at it. And then I didn't catch who the other one was, but actually it was JOK. Yeah, JOK should have had it as well. And man, you really want those opportunities back because those are game changers.
Yes, they are. 13-6 though, as Cam Johnston, go Bucks, punts it a big long punt. There's the rookie Tyler Scott breaking off a tackle and then going down to the 20. So first time we are seeing, I guess that's not true. They had the opening kick of the second half. Not the first time we're seeing them. Yeah, he sure has, Diablo. Titus Howard is struggling out there on that right tackle side. I formation, play action. Watson, decisive throw right down the seam. It's Peoples-Jones breaks a tackle, and he's up near midfield. Give him the 48 on a first down, Browns. That was a nice play.
Yeah, it was. That was absolutely like you practiced it all week. Just beautiful throw right on stride. Beautiful little timing route on the skinny post to hit DPJ, and just technician right there. That was surgical.
Now Chubb up the middle, getting his way past Fletcher Cox. Yes, that Fletcher Cox, who is playing some defense here for the Houston Texans. Now 2nd and 6. Give it to Tyjae Spears, the rookie. Kind of rubs off a tackle past the 30 past the 45 rather. Inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. That's the rookie Tyjae Spears, first down Browns.
Yeah, he's been a big part of this game plan as he has been active kind of all over the place, both in the running and passing game, and finding some success in both.
And they hadn't even gotten set yet, and they called false start. It's weird.
That is weird.
1st and 15, though. Back him up. That was that 13 personnel. Dalton Kincaid checked into the game, along with Harrison Bryant and the Chief. I'd like to get a couple things to Cooper. He's kind of the one offensive weapon we haven't heard much from. Of course, Nick Chubb to the right side with a big hole. We'll take that too, as he's going to get knocked down at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, 15 carries now for 70 yards for one Nicholas Jamal Chubb, and he has been very good on his looks as he has now entered the zone and yet more dangerous. And this is the mode that we associate most with the real Nick Chubb.
2nd and 4, he'll dump it to Chubb on the right side. He'll spin his way out of one tackle, tried to get through a second one, and he somehow gets the first down in the process. Let's go.
That's right. Absolutely. Nick Chubb in the zone. That's the way it should be.
Sure is. 6 minutes to go here, third quarter. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, Nagy on Sports. Appreciate you being on with us here. Into the pistol now. They hand up, play action out of it rather. Now he'll roll right, fire a down the seam for a touchdown to Quentin Johnston, the rookie, and the Browns strike again.
Yeah, just when Nick Chubb was getting hot, they called up the run action there. You see the linebackers get sucked up and opens up the safety or the back end of this defense as they find a little seam there between the safeties, put it right on Quentin Johnston, who scores a nice touchdown for the Browns.
Indeed it was. York in now to make it a 20-6 lead. So after a 6-6 stalemate at the half, Browns have scored 14 points here in the first part of the third quarter. 1 if by land, by defense, and now 1 if by air, and that was a beautiful play. Saw Watson kind of shuffle a few steps to the right. That's got to be intentional, right? He's trying to draw somebody with him, a linebacker or a safety, get somebody
Yeah, he was trying to open up that
spot.
He was trying to open up that window which he actually fitted into because he had the two safeties, a too deep look, and he was trying to find that soft spot between the two of them. But reading one off to the side was what he was hoping to accomplish, and he managed it. But nicely done there from the Browns. Well executed. And you really can't overstate how important that turn of events with the the pick from Kirko and the drive all the way into the red zone, but absolutely turned on its head with that big strip sack and the scoop and score. Just massive.
Option keeper from C.J. Stroud probably wishes he had that one back. He'll lose 2 to set up a 2nd and 12. And good on the rookie Johnston going in there right between the two safeties and making a great play.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes Miles again. Watch out, and he'll get home. They're going to share it this time with the rookie Foskey. 3.5 times that Miles has gotten around Howard and hit C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, this was just a meet me at the quarterback. 3 of the 4 got home all at the same time. They only split it 2 ways. I'm not sure who got the other half, but it may be Foskey. But certainly a nice effort, and Myles Garrett in the zone certainly brings the action right to C.J. Stroud's lap.
3rd and 19 now. Stroud back to pass. Browns are going to blitz 5. Fire over the middle, short of the line to gain. That's the tight end again, Jaleel Billingsley, the rookie. And that'll force another punt here. Good job of the Browns defense, and it all turned. It was like they were waiting for something to light the powder keg. And that scoop and score was what did it.
Yep.
And now the Browns are rolling. Let's see what Scott can do. He'll take it right on the sideline, past the 25, and then go down there by the hands of Steven Nelson, former Steeler and Arizona Cardinal. Thanks, Diablo. I felt good about it. I think he's legitimately in play as well. 3rd round for them.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Isaiah Foskey. He's a good other side of Miles' opportunity. Here's Demetric Felton getting a carry, and he's got a nice 8-yard gain to set up a 2nd and 2 as they're just a moving in, a shaking now, and they've got the Texans completely caught off guard, which I think is the goal of just about any offense.
Yep.
2nd and 2 now. Watson, he'll throw short left side, caught by the Chief for a first down past the 40 and thrown forward near the 45-yard line. Quick little tight end out route there. Easy pitch and catch for the Browns for a first down.
Hey, Hannah, welcome in.
Yep, hey, Hannah. I'm not sure Miles Murphy makes it to 42, Jonathan. I think he's got top 20 potential. Pass rusher out of Clemson now. 1st and 10. Here comes Chubb in the zone. Left side breaking a tackle, and he just gets tripped up as he falls across the line to gain. Hey, Richard, welcome in. Go Browns. Chubby time again. We know that he looks as realistic as possible when in the zone, and he just got tripped up there by the safety Jalen Petrie, second-year player out of Baylor. 1st and 10 now, back to pass. Watson throws it across the middle. He's got his man again. That's the Chief breaking a tackle for a first down to the 33-yard line. Nice throw and catch there again. David Njoku moving the sticks. Yes, Richard, it should have. We haven't tried any 60-plus yard field goals errantly.
Yeah, right.
1st and 10. Watson going to sort of run into traffic and then dump it off to Chubb, who's able to break a couple tackles near another first down. 2nd and inches now for the Browns. Good on Watson to get rid of that one. Already 4 catches for Chubb.
Yep, Chubb very active, as that was actually a bit of a dangerous throw. Watson kind of having to work through some pressure, kind of put himself in the position, unfortunately, but luckily Chubb able to come away with a nice catch and some good yardage.
2nd and inches, he'll fake it to both running backs and then throw it to Chubb out of the backfield for 10 and a first down.
Yep, more passing yardage. Yeah, more passing yardage for Nicholas Chubb, and he has been very active in both. But you certainly love having him in the zone because he becomes such a dynamic weapon that you can just bludgeon the defense with.
Indeed, you can. Here's Felton up the middle. He'll spin his way up to the 10-yard line for another 4 yards. So nice little change of pace with Felton there. Just giving him 5 touches. Now back to Chubb. He'll try the middle, and he ran right into Fletcher Cox, and that one is a losing battle for Nick Chubb.
But able to get back to the line of scrimmage, fortunately for him, so he's not going to be taken out of the zone at least.
That's going to be the end of the third quarter. Browns definitely exploded there in that third quarter with 14 unanswered, and now knocking on the door again. Here's a big 3rd and 7. Watson gonna mix it up. Looks like they're gonna flip the play, send Njoku way out wide to the right, and line up Cooper as a tight end. They'll drag him across the middle, and they'll go to the second read, and that's a touchdown, and it's the Chief, and we're gonna get the Chief slam. Browns score 20 unanswered.
Yeah, I'm so glad they finally fixed that after we had been begging for so long for the Chief to do his own celebration for touchdowns, and man, was he wide open too. He just had a really nice release on his route and just found all kinds of space to work in, and Watson able to find him there in the back of the end zone and just puts it right on him.
And all is right in the world again now. 21 unanswered points. That one went 9 plays for 73 yards, and the rookie head coach and the rookie quarterback talking to each other on the sideline now. Just too much to handle on the offensive side for the Browns, but again, all sparked by that Myles Garrett strip sack that Javon Hargrave took the distance.
Yeah, I mean, that's a 14-point swing in this ball game, and absolutely massive momentum swing as well, which we've seen the fruits of. Is a great play from Newsome to get up high and just knock that one away. Good attempts from C.J. Stroud, but couldn't quite get it over Newsome.
Hey, Wendell, welcome in. Spinning to the left side and firing it out of bounds. Stroud wants no more of that Myles Garrett smoke. From 2 years ago, Hannah? Get the game from 2 years ago back out. CJ in trouble, and he's going to run right into Foskey. And they're going to give Myles another half credit on that as well. So now 4 sacks for Myles and a full sack for the rookie, Isaiah Foskey. And poor CJ just getting beat up. That's Laramie Tunsil, the 91 overall rated left tackle, struggling with the rookie Foskey. Cameron Johnson going to punt this one away again, and the Browns with all of the momentum now up by 21. 21 unanswered. Hey, Karen, welcome in. Go Browns.
Well, it's been a
Wendell.
Tale of the halves here, and we kind of talked about it. It wasn't really the explosive play on offense, but a turnover that sparked it. But man, did it spark! And it was one of those things where you felt like they were kind of just trading body blows, going back and forth between with those very efficient drives, ending in field goals at a 6-6 halftime score. But then a big turn of events early in the third quarter has completely changed the outlook of this ball game, and the Browns very much in control. As Nick Chubb is going to fumble, oddly again, yet another rare fumble from Nick Chubb.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm not convinced he wasn't down this
we'll
time.
take a look at it.
I think he's like laying on the ground
Yeah,
when
no,
that thing comes out.
Yeah, he's down. I agree. He knees down right there. Ball doesn't come out until well after. This one should get overturned.
Yeah, Wendell, I saw that. It's pretty cool. I know there'd been some speculation with, especially with Joe Thomas and Darrelle Revis and a couple of those guys going in. So
yeah, actually,
a fun extra preseason game for the Browns.
They called it actually last year. That time the Hall of Fame game was going on, and I believe Cleveland Browns Daily had that. They're like, yeah, this next year when Joe Thomas and Darrelle Revis are both surefire Hall of Famers, I have to imagine that's going to be Jets and Browns in this Hall of Fame game, and sure enough, here it is.
And it is overturned. That's the right call. Welcome in, Keeper. Good to have you on, man. It has been a long time.
Yeah, welcome in, Happy.
Oh, that's Happy.
That's
Gotcha.
Happy, yeah.
Deshaun on a 3rd and 8. He'll dump it short, and that's the rookie Johnston, but he's going to be short of the line. I'm not sure why Watson is upset about it, but he is. Well, I guess it's because he got jacked in the back after he threw it.
He did, and no call.
Yeah, that's rare. We see that flag more than often than most others. So the 3 scoring drives in a row will come to an end, and Bajorquez will need to punt this one away as he left foots it up into the air here at NRG Stadium.
Nice punt there to get it to go out at the 13, able to pin the Texans back a bit here, which is certainly the goal. That flipping the field is a big part of the ball game whenever you're forced to punt.
Sure is. All right, 1st and 10 for C.J. Stroud. He started off really, really well, and he just ran into Myles Garrett.
Oh!
Off on the right side. He's going to go this time. Thornhill, 5. Touchdown, Browns. Their 2nd defensive touchdown, and they've been flirting with it for 2 games.
Yep, they sure
have.
have.
Pick 6 finally comes.
They sure have, and finally able to come away with that massive pick that no way was he going to let that one go by, as Juan Thornhill just walks that one right into the end zone. He had it all the way, just an absolute beat on the ball, saw where the eyes were going, and the young rookie pays with an inadvisable throw out to the outside with a safety just sitting in position. With that look like, oh man, throw it this way, and sure enough, it comes out, and he's ready for it.
Diablo literally said sealing it with the Browns pick 6. I will have to go back and look at the timestamp to see if you called that before it happened, because it sure felt like right as he did it is when I looked down to see your message. That's awesome.
Yep, I think you did.
34-6 now. The Browns just running away with it. They'll set up screen left side. Well, this screen pass works. Pierce, and it'll be ripped to the ground hard by Emerson, and Thornhill again. Again, Stroud was very, very sharp early in the game. Looked really good. They were running the ball effectively, and then it just took a little bit of momentum as this one's going to be thrown into traffic and tipped and almost picked again.
I think we're going to get a roughing, unfortunately.
We are going to get the roughing.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
We are. That's Deron Payne. Looks like he's going to get called for roughing the passer. First and 10, and Stroud will just rip this one out of bounds, trying to hit the water boy on the Browns sideline. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I think they've got him flustered. A few Myles Garrett sacks ago, I think he's a little bit out of his rhythm and just kind of feeling it at this point, a little in his head.
Really nice throw, but Billingsley, the rookie tight end, can't get his toes in. 3rd and 10 now for the rookie Stroud. Again, very much showed some signs of some real glimpses early in the game. And yeah, you're right, just Myles killed him, and now he's going to go down again. And there's another sack for Newsome. He's had a couple here. We've seen him blitzing from that nickel spot as he still shifts to the inside when they go 3 corners. And a really nice play. Looks like maybe Payne's going to get the other half of that one as he kind of knocks him into Payne. And that's what Stroud is going to be in tomorrow, I think, is a little bit of pain after the hits he's taken here today, and they're going to go for it on a 4th and 13.
Yeah, I kind of have to at this point, but this game's pretty well out of hand.
Yeah, sure is. Stroud gets the 4-man rush, firing deep and knocked away. Ward got the hands in there at the last second. Knocked it out of Juju Smith-Schuster's mitts. And now the Browns will take over at the 39 of Houston here, just ready to salt this one away. They'll go to 2-2 on the young season. absolutely had to have it. The rest of the division is 2-1, so can't get that gap to be too large.
Yeah, Wendell, I'm not so convinced that's not already a penalty in the NFL.
That's pretty darn early to predict that, just because we haven't seen what the rosters are really going to look like after free agency and the draft. I would wager a guess, but at this point, it's probably going to be Cincinnati, Buffalo, or Kansas City from the AFC, and Phillies, they're not going to be able to pay everybody, but Hurts is still on a second-round deal, so they're still going to be able to keep most of their guys around. I don't see San Francisco going anywhere.
No.
Especially with the whole offseason of Brock Purdy in charge. So 4th and 5, and the Browns will crap out on their drive, but the 52-yarder here from Cade York is true, and they will increase their lead. You know what, Diablo, that's a good question. I don't think he ever did.
I don't believe he did either. I certainly didn't see anything about him playing again. Would not surprise me to hear that he had retired after that. That was a nasty injury, and it was late. It's hard to get going with a team, at that age and late in the season after coming back from a major injury like that. So it wouldn't have surprised me to hear he had retired. I don't know for sure though.
Yeah, maybe not officially, but unofficially. Short throw across the middle. That'll be caught for a meager gain, as that's more catches for Brandon Cooks, as he's got 8 for 81. Stroud, little floater right side's got the tight end Billingsley to the 50-yard line. Jaleel Billingsley, the rookie out of Texas by way of Alabama, for a first down. Now Stroud, a little underthrown, and it could have been picked off. MJ Emerson didn't see it underthrown until a little bit too late, as he was hit once again as he tried to let go of that ball.
Yeah, pressure really affecting this game for C.J. Stroud.
Dump it to the right side to Pierce, breaks one tackle, breaks a second tackle, and then gets a elbow to the head from JOK, 3rd and 4. Yeah, I mean, Clowney had a couple of plays, but overall, I don't disagree with that thought that Vernon outplayed Clowney. Sterling Shepard will pick up the short first down. Stroud once again running for his life. Hargrave chases. He'll fire on the run, and it's picked again. He threw it right into the hands of the defensive player, and I still can't get a number on it, but he might go all the way. And it's going to be Delpit to the 25, to the 10, to the 5. Stroud dives, but misses. The 3rd defensive touchdown. Grant Delpit with a house call.
Yeah, absolutely. After we've been talking about just the missed opportunities on defense, defense comes out in a big way. Delpit not missing that one either, as he saw exactly what Juan Thornhill had done, not missing his opportunity earlier in the ball game. Now a 3rd defensive touchdown. Then really the defense, after the woeful game that the offense put out last time, the defense seemingly has come out here with an absolute agenda to take over the ball game, and they've done just that. They have been the catalyst to this massive blowout of the Houston Texans.
They sure have. Now 44-6. 3 defensive touchdowns for the Browns, 3 offensive touchdowns for the Browns. Or maybe just 2 and some field goals, I guess.
Yeah, 2 field goals.
2 offensive touchdowns?
2 field goals, 2 touchdowns, and 3 defensive touchdowns.
There you go. Just the way. Yep, you're exactly right, Diablo. Pressure on the quarterback is the great equalizer, even in the NFL, especially in the NFL.
Yeah, and especially when it's a rookie back there, too, because they're a little more prone to those mistakes.
He's going to get another one now. Okoronkwo, another one of our free agent pickups, gets home, as well as Foskey. Again, that's now 8 sacks for the Browns. My Ohio State heart hurts for CJ back there. Just getting pounded over and over again now.
Yeah, it feels a bit like the Fields game in real life.
Yep. Yeah, and we did that to Fields in week 1. So far the Browns have only been able to beat Ohio State quarterbacked teams. 3rd and 5. He'll float it deep. Tipped again. Looked like MJ Emerson might have had a chance, but opted for the volleyball spike instead. And their offense will take over once again now, 44-6. This one has gotten out of hand, but it's gotten out of hand for the good guys, so we enjoy it much more.
Yep, way better this
than
way.
The alternative.
Certainly enjoy it more this way, but now time for a heavy dose of Nick Chubb and Jerome Ford. Hopefully a lot of handoffs coming.
5:25 on the clock. It'll be Jerome Ford up the middle, and he'll be thrown to the ground by Jalen Reeves-Maben.
So, Karen, we're about to tie it or level it up here at 2-2 on the season here in Week 4.
2nd and 8. They'll stretch it right side. I like seeing Ford here during this part of the game, frankly.
Mm-hmm.
Now Chubb comes back in. It's a 3rd and 6 now, under 4:15 to go. Watson, delayed handoff. Now he'll roll right, fire, and throw it. Good catch there for a first down. Just enough to get it was Amari Cooper. And Trayvon Mullen, one of the free agent pickups here for the Texans, brings him to the ground.
And was that Cooper's first catch of the ballgame? He's been very, very quiet.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, could be, I guess. Here comes Jerome Ford again, carrying that thing with 2 hands. He'll pick up a couple. 2nd and 8. Hey, I love football. Well, come on. Ford again, running strong, and he'll be pushed near the first down. Sets up a 3rd and inches.
Yeah, I love seeing the Browns in the chew clock mode here, just like they should be. 3rd and inches is a good spot to be in. Taking all that time. Tick, tick, tick.
Absolutely. They'll throw here on a 3rd and 2. Watson zips it left side. Caught. There's the rookie again, Quentin Johnston, and Q's got it to the 41-yard line, and that will be the 2-minute warning. Appreciate everybody being on. It is Phil Nagy. It is Kit Nagy. We are Nagy on Sports. It's Week 4 of our 2023 Browns sim. After a virtual offseason, you could go back and watch videos on both the offseason recap and the draft if you want to see exactly where everybody's at on not just the Browns, but pretty much all of the big-time free agents, where they ended up. We very much appreciate our subscribers being on. You guys are the best. If you haven't had a chance to sub the channel, we'd really appreciate it. If you want to hit the like button, we would appreciate that as well. As we're continuing to make our push for 1,000 subscribers. We're perilously close now.
We are.
Which is very exciting. Also, if you'd like to hop on the Discord channel, you can do that as well. Use the invite link in the description of this video. You can chat with Kit and I and the rest of Nagy Nation in between sims. Vote on things like which free agent package should we have gotten, which we did get. And then find out in advance when we're going to sim, so you're not bound to YouTube's bell notification system. So, again, we appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much. And I don't think they need to snap it again.
Nope.
Got Chubb exactly to a hundo. Love that.
Yeah, it's money.
Thanks, Mitchell. Appreciate that, man. And that's it. Triple zeros, 44-6. They got 3 defensive touchdowns. They got 2 offensive touchdowns and a couple of field goals for Cade York, including a 52-yarder. And all is right in the world when the Browns are winning. And that's what they're going to do today here. 44-6 against the rookie C.J. Stroud. There you can see him talking with Jed Wills. And brighter days ahead for him. He definitely showed some flashes. But Kit, want to wrap this one up while we look at some Texan stats?
Yeah, I guess we missed a 3rd field goal for Cade York there, because it would be 41 with 5 touchdowns.
Oh, that's fair.
And
that's right. He had the
so,
two short. He had the 2 short ones.
Yep. So
and the first 2 drives.
So we'll give him credit for his 3 field goals on this day, but certainly an excellent effort, starting with the defense, really finding a way finally, even though they still dropped a few. Finding a way to get those turnovers, and in a big way at big moments in this game, and 2 huge long returns, one on a scoop and score, one on a pick 6 that went 80 plus yards in both cases, and they were massive in this ball game, although one was really kind of after the game was pretty much well and decided, but the first one could not be overstated for how important that scoop and score was, especially not getting caught where the big guy Hargrave just bumbling all the way and taking this game completely over, taking a would-be red zone scoring attempt from the Texans, who had been very efficient up to that point, and turning it into the 6 for the Browns and taking the ball game well into control for the Browns. And really, that was the difference in this one. Finally, the Browns, after an ugly effort in the Steelers game, and also not the best finish against the Bengals, finally finding a way to put together some good efforts, and the Browns defense really the start of that.
Absolutely. Watson today, 23 of 26 for 238. Also 2 touchdowns, and again that wacky interception, but it actually led to the drive that changed the game, so I guess we'll take it. Chubb with 100 on the ground on 22 carries, Ford with 16, 15 for Felton, Ty J. Spears with 8 and a couple of scrambles for Deshaun as well. Rookie Quentin Johnston, 6 for 73. He had a touchdown, 5 for Chubb out of the backfield, 5 for Njoku. Just 3 catches, including a big drop for Amari Cooper. Peoples-Jones, 2 for 41, and Ty J. Spears, the rookie, again, 2 for 29. Conklin gave up all 3 of the sacks. JOK leading tackler with 10, 9 for Delpit, 8 for Thornhill. 4 sacks today for Sir Myles Garrett, 1.5 for Foskey, 1 for Hargrave, and then a half for Tuli, Tuipulotu, and Okoronkwo. Those were the 2 that combined on that other sack. Picks today, 1 for Thornhill, 1 for Delpit. They both went the distance, 1 for 18 and 1 for 85. Other than that, the Browns are going to get out of here with a big one. Yeah, you're right, Richard. Again, if he actually would fall to them, or one of those first-round talent receivers fell to them at 42,
yeah, I would love that.
You got to run that card up for sure. Which is what I would do. So, looks like week 5, another rookie quarterback will wait for us, and that will be Mr. Will Levis and the Tennessee Titans. So, Browns go to 2-2. You can see what the rest of the week 4 action is meant to look like. And hopefully we can kind of stay. It looks like Pittsburgh and Baltimore play each other, so one of those teams will not be. Both of those teams cannot obviously become 3-1. And the Bengals down there at the bottom playing Bryce Young and the 3-0 Seahawks. So how about them apples? All right, guys, we really appreciate you. Thanks so much. Again, hop on the Discord and you'll know when we're going to do it. Maybe do another one tomorrow. Maybe you have to wait a night. We'll see. Try to space them out just a little bit. Let the rest of the subs be able to catch up with them. So we really appreciate you guys. You are the best. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. For Kit on the left coast, Phil here in Central Ohio, we are Nagy on Sports. Today we will say, as always,
go